It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. Woo! Thank you, Mr. Announcer. Thank you to the internet for tuning into the live stream of our Word Hoax public tournament. And of course, many thanks to our stable of Word Hoax contestants waiting backstage. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We run this public tournament every Tuesday through Thursday, although this week is actually we're doing it Tuesday through Friday. So extra game this week for extra amount of holiday fun. Anyways, it's always 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. We do it mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also so we can give out some sweet NFT prizes. So as our players are filtering in, let's remind the folks what everyone's playing for this morning. Besides, of course, fame and glory, it's one of these, an exclusive IOU NFT. This unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT is actually an IOU for a future NFT from an upcoming 10,000 NFT drop from Story Squad. So the current estimated cash value of one of these IOU NFTs is $100 US. And while I can't show the public right now what the artwork for the NFT is going to look like from the drop from Story Squad, trust me, it looks awesome. And you should want to get one of these. So you should come in here and play as much as you can, because otherwise, I mean, what are you going to do? Buy one? Come on, win one. It's easy. So this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to play. These are the ground rules of Word Hoax. I'm going to read a word, a person's name, or a movie title, and the players will have a set time limit to supply a trick definition for that word that sounds plausible enough that other players might guess that definition. There's no Googling allowed, and we ask everyone keep it PG-13 because we are a family show here, folks. And once time expires, we'll read the set of fake definitions along with the real one as well, guess around the room, and players will get points if other people pick their definition or if they select the correct definition. Players can select their own definition in an attempt to sway the opinion of the others in the room. However, they will not receive a point for their own vote. In round one, we define a word. Round two, we will write out a biography of a person. And then in round three, we write out the plot of a movie title. After that, we crown the champion of the day and update the running leaderboard accordingly. So before we get underway, let's take one quick look here at the current leaderboard. If I can pull it up on the screen. And so here we are with Harrison in the total overall lead with 22 points. Sackville Baggins in a close second with 19 points overall, followed by Tim Avatar and Tasha. Mark My Word and Justin and Orlando are kind of in the second tier here, with Dan Bell, Celeb, Darwin, and Tasha's wife all in the bottom third. And then also worth noting that Sackville Baggins, although second on the total leaderboard, is currently in first place in the monthly leaderboard. But really, none of that matters right now because we're playing for the day and we're playing for the week. And it's a brand new day, brand new week. So with that, let's introduce some of our players for the day. Coming in first, or coming in not first, but into the stream first, I guess you would say. Sackville Baggins, our monthly leader and our currently the highest ranking person in the room, unless Harrison decides to join late. Sackville, how are you feeling today?
What's up, Tom? Very unexpected. I keep trying to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. Blind squirrel finds nuts. Wrong clock is right twice a day, but like here we are.
Yeah, you can't really pull that off too many more times before people catch wise to you, do you think?
Yeah, target on the back. Definitely
Yeah.
feeling that. Excited to play, though. Let's do it.
Awesome. Joining Sackville Baggins is currently in third place overall and in second place on the month. Tasha, that is a great hat. Are you using that to distract your other players and opponents?
It's a secret.
Interesting. Strong moves here from Tasha to start her week off. Let's see. Also joining us today, Mark My Word. Mark My Word, currently in fifth place overall, but hey, it's a brand new week, brand new day. How do you feel about your chances?
I feel good. Today's my day.
Love it. That's the type of grit and determination we love to see here on the Word Hoax arena, I guess. So let's see. I'm going to drop the link here for the Word Hoax game in our private chat. It's wordhoax.com, and then the back or the last four letters are TVUP for you folks to access the game. And let's see, we've got Tasha in and we've got Baggins in. Just waiting on Mark My Word. I'm going to put 70 seconds on the clock for everyone to enter their definitions. And let's see, the word that is going to be the word. It's wigmalery, something along those lines. I'll spell it for everyone at home, but let's see. I'm gonna. Oh, Mark, you just dropped out of the room there. So before I hit start, let me make sure you're in here. All right, you're back. Sweet. Wigmalery is the word, and you have 70 seconds on the clock starting now.
Playing from desktop cube.
Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby. Let's see here. 5 seconds left. Everybody is in. So let's start reading these definitions. I'll pull up the word here for the folks at home. Wigmalery is the word. So let's see. Here are the potential definitions. Number 1, a gathering of youth in Ireland with dancing, food, and games. Number 2, a fantastical ornament. Number 3, South Indian Oceanic trade winds blowing from the port of Perth in Western Australia to the Indian subcontinent. Or number 4, an ornament used during festivities, usually during marriage in Africa. So interesting span of the globe here for definitions with wigmalery. Number 1, a gathering of youth in Ireland with dancing, food, and games. Number 2, a fantastical ornament. Number 3, South Indian Oceanic trade winds blowing from the port of Perth in Western Australia to the Indian subcontinent. Or number 4, an ornament used during festivities, usually during marriage in Africa. So those are your 4 options. We're going to start the voting, and as is tradition, we have to start with the highest ranked person on the whatever leaderboard. So that is Sackville Baggins, second overall, first for the month. What is your first move for this week?
I have no idea, Tom. There's only 4 definitions, and I still feel like I've only got a 1 in 3 shot.
That's good math.
Yeah, but I might be voting for my own.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's some interesting
Gamesmanship here from Sackville Baggins.
I'm gonna go with number 4.
Number 4, an ornament used during festivities, usually during marriage, in Africa. Oh, that's whoops, I clicked the wrong person. That was Baggins's guess. All right, Tasha, it's your vote now. What are you thinking here about Wigmalery? Man, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right at all.
I'm gonna go with number 4.
Going with number 4, following Sackville Baggins's.
Don't do it, Tasha. Don't do it. We get into trouble when we do this.
As has been well documented, the Tasha Sackville Baggins alliance normally not working out well for them. Mark my words. What do you think here? Are you going to follow the rest of the pack, or are you going to strike out on your own path?
No, I'm gonna create my own path, and I think it's the first one.
Going with the first one, a gathering of youth in Ireland with dancing, food, and games. Not convinced by Mark My Word or by Tasha and Baggins is votes. Let's see what we've got. Submitting the guesses. Honorable mentions going to Baggins, writing a South Indian Oceanic trade winds blowing from the port of Perth in Western Australia to the Indian subcontinent. Very good, but just not getting any votes.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It got 0 votes.
Well, that's fair.
The output is the value. It's pure.
I mean, it was just nice and specific. You know, it kind of felt like you put some effort into it. I was just trying to throw you a bone.
I did put effort. It was.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Terrible definition. I wish I wish you did better. Tasha getting a vote from Mark My Word for her definition: a gathering of youth in Ireland with dancing, food, and games. Meanwhile, Mark My Word snagging 2 votes from Tasha and Baggins with an ornament used during festivities, usually during marriage in Africa. And the real definition of Wigmalery is a fantastical ornament. So,
Do I get a bonus? I said ornament.
Did you say the no Googling? Did you say the no Googling caveat?
I did say no Googling, and I don't think that's where it came in. So how did you come up with the word ornament? Were you just in sync with everything here, Mark My Word, to start off the week?
Yeah, I was just trying to like listen and visualize the word, and it came to me.
Wow, that's something that Sackville Baggins and Tasha.
I'm skeptical.
Sackville is just
now bitter. I'm just now
bitter. Just a bitter guy there. Mark My Word off to the lead with 2 points. Tasha in second with 1 point. And Sackville Baggins showing why he is so bitter, because he's on the board with 0 points right now. And we're going to play again. And we're doing a person this round. So I'm going to up it to 80 seconds for you guys. Actually, 85. 83. Let's do 83. And who are we going to pick? It's going to be Andrew Balmford is your definition, or is your person that you will need to write a biography for. So let me just load that in here, and then we'll be off to the races. Andrew Balmford is the person. Your time starts now. Look, I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a one-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. All right, everybody is in for the biography of Andrew Balmford. Let's see, definitions. Number 1, the first hedge garden visionary. This early 19th century landscaping artist was the first to make animal shapes out of plants. Number 2, a nobleman from Yorkshire, credited with improving the riding stirrup used during the 1700s. Number 3, patented the first all-in-one coffee maker and espresso machine. Or number 4, British zoologist in 2002 discovered school children could identify 80% of all Pokemon species, but less than 50% of actual animal species. So those are your options for Andrew Balmford. Number 1, the first hedge garden visionary. This early 19th century landscaping artist was the first to make animal shapes out of plants. Number 2, a nobleman from Yorkshire, credited with improving the riding stirrup used during the 1700s. Number 3, patented the first all-in-one coffee maker and espresso machine. Or number 4, British zoologist in 2002 discovered school children could identify 80% of all Pokemon species, but less than 50% of actual animal species. So those are your 4 guesses, right, or 4 options right there. And now, mark my word, in command of the leaderboard for the day, it is your turn to pick first. What are your thoughts here?
I am pretty sure and I'm super confident that it's the last one.
Pretty sure that he's super confident it is a British zoologist in 2002 discovered school children could identify 80% of all Pokemon species, but less than 50% of actual animal species. Is there why are you so confident about that? Or do you want to share?
Because that's reality. I don't know what to say right now. It's just like, youth these days, they don't know real animals. It's just a sad reality.
That is a fact. The kids these days, let me tell you, I've been talking about the kids for a long time, and I'll second that. Before I get too much of the next generation on my bad side, let's pivot over to Tasha in second place here. What are your thoughts here on the 4 options? I think you're on mute if you're speaking.
I think number 4 is very likely, but I think Mark is trying to lead us down the garden path, so to speak. So I'm going to go with number 1.
Interesting. Sniffing out, mark my words, potential decoy, going with the first hedge garden visionary. This early 19th century landscaping artist was the first to make animal shapes out of plants. Seems reasonable as well. Also in the animal themes, interestingly enough, Sackville Baggins, now, oh, how the mighty have fallen from starting off the day on top of the world. Now you're just here at the bottom.
That's Word Hoax.
That's Word Hoax, baby. That's all there is to it. What do you think here?
I'm like kind of drawn to the stirrup, like who thinks of a stirrup, right? Like I don't think that's in anyone's working vocabulary, and the 17th century sounds about right, the precision. But I gotta follow Mark my words. The kids these days, that's the one that captured my heart. How can you 80% of Pokemons, 50% of animals? Andrew Balmford sounds like a British zoologist. I gotta go 4.
Too many data points.
It's the trap, but 4.
Too many data points in favor of the British zoologist who discovered school children could identify 80% of Pokemon species, less than 50% of actual animal species. We're going to submit these guesses and see how that turns out. So let's see. Honorable mention to Tasha with a nobleman from Yorkshire credited with improving the riding stirrup used during the 1700s. Almost getting Sackville Baggins's vote. Unfortunately, all for naught. Meanwhile, Mark my word, also writing, patented the first all-in-one coffee maker and espresso machine, which unfortunately was too far removed from animals, it seemed, because it was only animals that were getting consideration in this category today. Those getting some votes, Baggins writing, the first hedge garden visionary, this early 19th century landscaping artist was the first to make animal shapes out of plants, getting Tasha's vote. And although that was not the right person, really makes me curious about who that person was. So I just might have to look that up later.
Prompt, Tom.
Right.
Pin it.
And then the real definition of Andrew Balmford, a British zoologist who in 2002 discovered school children could identify 80% of all Pokemon species, but less than 50% of actual animal species. So Baggins and Mark my word, both getting the points on that. And yeah, so this guy, he got a bunch of like 8-year-olds back in 2002, and they could all identify up to 80%. About it was like 78% of the Pokemon species, but then they couldn't get things like deer, beetle, your garden variety. They weren't even going for anything specific, just like, what is this? Squirrel. And they were like, I don't know. It doesn't look like a Charizard to me. So, yeah, Andrew Balmford, he said it was, basically what Mark my word said is it's kind of like a sad state of affairs, and that, maybe we should be trying to get kids a little more interested in nature before they're only in Pokemon cards. So, on that note, Mark my word, retaining his lead with 3 points overall by getting the correct definition. Baggins leapfrogging Tasha into second place with 2 points, and Tasha now on the outside looking in with 1 point, although, as we all know, anything can happen in Word Hoax, and especially on this last category, which is one of our favorites, at least here in studio, and that's why I'm going to put 99 seconds on the clock so that you all can write out the plot of a movie. And that movie is going to be this one. International Velvet is the movie that you will need to write a description for, or a plot line. International Velvet. 99 seconds on the clock. This is for all the marbles, folks. We're starting the game right now. I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. One adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word, because we know When we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror, look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is. "10 seconds left and not a answer in yet. Mark my word is in. Tasha is in. Baggins not able to make it in the deadline. That is tough. Shaking his head in defeat. Just looks like you really gave up there, huh, Baggins?
I thought I pressed enter in time.
That's too bad. Well, I'll give you some 20 seconds if the other players want.
Half a second, I can press enter.
All right, let's see if they can. If you can do that, I'll press enter now. Okay. All right. Let's we'll give it to him, folks. We'll give it to him. It is early in the week. It's a Tuesday. Let's see. International Velvet. Number 1, a film starring Elvis Presley as himself as he is caught in a crime. Number 2, this alternate history mashup. An Inuit shaman leads a ragtag band of American oilmen on a journey to find the Velvet Reserve of Oil. Number 3, a major drug syndicate that sells to elite families around the world caught in a border battle with corrupt cops and crooked politicians. Or number 4, Velvet's orphaned niece, Sarah, follows her dream of Olympic glory with her horse, Arizona Pie. So those are your 4 options for International Velvet. Number 1, a film starring Elvis Presley as himself as he is caught in a crime. Number 2, this alternate history mashup. An Inuit shaman leads a ragtag band of American oilmen on a journey to find the Velvet Reserve of Oil. Number 3, a major drug syndicate that sells to elite families around the world caught in a border battle with corrupt cops and crooked politicians. Or number 4, Velvet's orphaned niece, Sarah, follows her dream of Olympic glory with her horse, Arizona Pie. So those are your options. We'll start the voting, and mark my word, still in the lead here by a slim 1-point margin. What are you thinking here about these options?
I am confident and sure that it's the last one. Velvet's orphan niece Sarah following the dreams with Arizona Pie.
Why are you so confident about that as the movie title? Have you seen International Velvet before?
No, but I can just feel it from the title. It's like the energy of the Olympic dreams is like emanating from that.
Interesting. Going with Velvet's orphan niece Sarah follows her dream of Olympic glory with the horse Arizona Pie. On to Baggins. Rough start here to this round. You need to salvage something great.
I'm going as Elvis as himself because it's so weird. Like, did they have that level of like meta irony back then? Like Elvis as himself, but then like committing crimes. I'm really interested in just how that would work. So that one is getting my vote.
Interesting. Capturing Sackville Baggins' heart and mind. A film starring Elvis Presley as himself as he is caught in a crime. Interesting. And Tasha, now it's down to you, and you've got a lot of ground to make up. So you're probably going to need to guess the correct one in order to get this right. What are your thoughts here?
Number 4.
Going with number 4. Interesting. Any specific reasoning why?
No.
No specific reasoning. Simply because it's number 4. That's good enough reasoning for me as I'll ever see. So let's submit the guesses. Honorable mention going to Baggins. This alternate history mashup. An Inuit shaman leads a ragtag band of American oilmen on a journey to find the Velvet Reserve of Oil. Quite the epic journey, although not epic enough to get any votes. Likewise, mark my word, a major drug syndicate that sells to elite families around the world caught in a border battle with corrupt cops and crooked politicians.
I like that one. I was very tempted by that one.
Yeah, that's got it all. It's international. It seemed, it had legs. Unfortunately, Tasha getting a vote from the group, and that was with a film starring Elvis Presley as himself, as he is caught in a crime. Mind-boggling enough for Baggins to want to see it, so gonna vote for it.
Desperate to see it. International Velvet.
Unfortunately, that is only a movie that you're going to be able to see in your mind. The one that you can rent for movie night is Velvet's orphaned niece, Sarah, follows her dream of Olympic glory with her horse, Arizona Pie, which got Tasha and Mark My Word's vote. So both getting the correct definition there. Interesting stuff. Let me pull up. I couldn't find a trailer, which is kind of weird, but I did find a short scene that I'll play a little bit of. This scene is called Imprinting, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm probably going to turn this off really soon because this seems pretty boring. I'm not going to lie.
Are you going to screen share?
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Now I'm just watching a boring movie by myself. It's the worst.
This feels like it's turning into Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Wouldn't exactly call it riding, would we? Staying on a horse, perhaps. Tell me, where did you learn what you call riding?
Arizona.
Oh, in the colonies, yeah.
That's Hannibal Lecter?
It is.
Oh, my.
Before he started eating humans. He was obviously a horse trainer. I can't really
see this scene. I can't unsee that now.
Somehow managed to get you a promising horse. Yeah. It's your promise we're talking about, though, isn't it? You have to go back to the beginning and start from scratch. You're not going to cry, are you?
No.
Good. Two things I can't stand in life: bad losers and criers. Now, when I take somebody, if I take somebody, they come on my terms and they work my way. My way happens to be quite frightening to most people. You heard that?
There's a lot of Hannibal Lecter in here, like outlining the terms of engagement. Like that character, he's doing it.
Yeah, that is. I do like to play a game where I think actors and all the movie roles they play are actually just big continuations. So this would make sense. This character does fit well in the prequel of Hannibal Lecter. He used to be a horse instructor in England, and then he came stateside and snapped or something. I don't know, but wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was intense. I didn't see that one coming, honestly. But let's see. Let's see. This is what we're here for, though. Let me put this back on the screen. And I think you all know it. We can all add it up. Mark My Word with 4 points. Tasha with 3. Baggins with 2. We're going to the finale. And here it is. Mark My Word on top. Building a lead in round 1 on Wigmally. And so let's just go back to that moment. I mean, after that, Mark My Word, you were just all you had to do was play defense and sniff out the right definition. So, take us through the day. How do you feel now that you're on top currently for the day and as well the leader of the week?
It feels good. Waking up, being optimistic, going with the flow, not having my coffee yet, and having this first win of the day feels great. Thank you, fans. Wow,
look at that. No coffee at all. This guy is running clean, folks, and that's how you win Word Hoax. Tasha, a close second. Unfortunately, just not enough to outwit Mark My Word. How many cups of coffee have you had today?
None. I don't drink coffee.
Wow. Also running clean. Interesting. Do you think the hat helped or hurt your performance on the whole today? Do you think it added a distraction to yourself or to your opponents more?
The hat is absolutely just for me, so I don't.
It's a great hat. It's honestly, it's a wigmillery according to old definition, not the new definition. Well, maybe, I don't know. You might be able to wear it in a marriage ceremony in Africa. Sackville Baggins, how many cups of coffee have you had today?
I don't drink coffee that often. So
wow, are we in a coffeeless? All right, maybe it's just me. I didn't realize I was the only one. You know, and it makes sense. I didn't get any points today, but
picking up for other videos.
My wife drinks coffee.
Oh, okay. There we go. Thank you. That's somebody's out there. So Baggins, first hedge garden visionary making animal shapes out of plants. That was the only point you got today, but an interesting one nonetheless. Where did that come from? Do you wonder about who created animal hedges, or did you recently watch Edward Scissorhands?
No, that's interesting. I don't know where that kind of came from. I definitely got some British gardener vibes from the name. Andrew, was it Andrew Balmford? I think there was a lot of British stuff in all of the British zoologists. There was the British stirrup. I didn't say British, but I meant to. I just ran out of time.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to put he did something for the Queen of England hedge. English rose garden or something. I was going in that direction. I saw English rose garden kind of person and I just reverse engineered it. But good day out there. Good. A lot of the lack of caffeine allows your mind to really go in interesting tangents, which might be a killer feature for this game.
That's a fact. So let's take a look at where the leaderboard is now standing. So Mark My Word winning the day with 4 points. Congratulations, IOU NFT coming your way. Tasha getting 3 points, not able to overtake the second or first spot from Sackville Baggins and Harrison, although now tied for the monthly lead as Sackville Baggins gives up some ground. Not quite able to get over the top either, and Best Harrison for the overall lead, now giving up a share of the monthly lead. And Mark My Word comfortably, well, I don't know, maybe not comfortably in the lead, but the lead nonetheless for the week. So that's where we're at. And that's about it. That wraps up another round of Word Hoax public tournament. Be sure to tune in to our Clash of the Pencils live stream tonight. The prompt is, your name is Butterball, and you just got pardoned by President Herbert Hoover. What do you do next? So going to be some interesting submissions there. And then join us here tomorrow at the same time, same place for a different hoax. All right. Thanks a lot. See you on the other side.